All right, everybody, raise your hand if your team only scored 7 points last week.
Noah, why aren't you raising your hand?
Yeah, Noah. What's the deal? What team do you cheer for anyway?
The Baltimore Colts, baby. The Baltimore Colts, baby. Let's go.
I love
the
that.
Baltimore Colts.
Your lack of side hair, though, whenever you put on the hat, for some reason I just picture you as bald. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing on top.
There's like nothing poking out the front like mine, and so you're just like bald.
I mean, otherwise,
we're all getting hats.
Yeah, you got a nice lock of hair there. You do. Oh, look at that now. Now that's fashionable. I like that. That's fashionable.
It looks like
there.
I'm bald without it. When I wear it like this.
Hey, listen, better bald than a mouthful of blood like your hero Daniel Jones. Am I right?
It was lipstick.
It was lipstick. He ran to the sideline, put on some lipstick, guys. That's why they could show it on TV.
He needed to impress the defense, you know?
Red number 7. Daniel Jones.
Right? All right, guys. Let's get some shout-outs and let's talk about some games, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right, I got a few shout-outs, and I don't know if you guys have anything additional outside of that, but I'll get us rolling here. My first shout-out, I'd like to shout out Joe Burrow, who is now off of IR and practicing.
Let's go, Joe Burrow!
That was really fast, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that 3 months went really fast.
The thing about like turf toe is that we really don't know what the extent of turf toe is, because it was only a few years back that Aaron Rodgers was complaining about turf toe, and it doesn't sound that bad, but apparently it's really extreme. And he was back after like 4 to 6 weeks, so I guess the timeline kind of makes sense. And he expects to be practicing and playing by Thanksgiving against the Ravens.
You know what the weird thing is? If he comes back, the Bengals still have a legitimate shot at winning the AFC North.
Mm-hmm. At least like taking a playoff spot, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how bad the division is.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers lead that division at 5-4, and the Bengals are only 2 games. And the Bengals are only 2 games back.
Noah, does this make you concerned for the Bengals-Ravens matchup on Thanksgiving?
Maybe a little bit, but honestly, I would just be happy to see Joe Burrow come back, because I like the guy. He's great.
Oh, yeah. No, I love the dude. I mean, look at him. You scroll down a little bit here. He's my favorite football e-boy. I mean, that's what he looks like. He's got the hair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out Joe Burrow. It should be a good game. I'm pretty sure that's the night game, right?
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving evening. That's the technical Thursday night football game.
Packers play the first slot, then it's Kansas City and the Cowboys in the second slot, and then the Bengals, Ravens in the third slot. And then they got the Bears, Eagles on Black Friday.
Yay.
But that's still not for a couple weeks out, so we got a little bit of time to prepare for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to give my second shout out to Lamar Jackson and how he's never beating the actually just a running back in disguise narrative. I don't know if you actually saw this play, but they were like faking a tush push, right? Where the tight end here is taking the snap, but instead of actually like, you know, tush pushing the ball, pitches it back to Lamar Jackson, who then just runs along the sideline to get the first down. Like that's pretty. He literally was a running back. He's the running back here.
What was it? Mark Andrews took the snap and then just pitched it back to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's Mark Andrews, 89. That's so funny. I think the funny thing is too. Technically, he turns the wrong way. He goes all the way around to spin and pitch it to Lamar Jackson in order to get it. But yeah, they got the first down there. So shout out Lamar Jackson for really embracing his running back roots. Speaking of running backs, I also want to shout out another special running back, one that hasn't really been producing very well up until recently, and that is Travion Henderson, who had such a monster day with 3 explosive plays. He's the Patriots running back, and with them being up over the Bucks, halfway through his big monster run, he actually kind of looks back at the sideline
because it's the end of the game
to see if it's okay if he scores. And his coaches are like, You're good.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
the end of the game. It's the end of the game. You know, there's
Yeah, and he literally
should I
points.
go
He's like,
down,
all right,
kill
let's
the clock?
go.
All right, points. Yeah,
Points. He needs his fantasy points, dude. Literally, I don't think I think he only had like 2 touchdowns all year coming into this game, and then got 2 more that day. So he doubled his touchdown count just in that one game against one of the best teams in the NFC. And then I've got this comparison clip with the scene from Incredibles at the end where Dash is like in the race, you know, and it's Travion Henderson looking back at his coaches. They're like, go, no, make it close. Good stuff, let's go. What are you doing? And so it's the perfect analogy.
I'd be the guy next to the family being like,
You'd be like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you talking about? Why do you want him to get second place?
Yeah.
All right, 2 more quick
crazy.
shout-outs. I'm almost done, and then we can.
I got one of
chit-chat.
my own if you don't.
All right, bet.
You don't have one.
Awesome. So
All right,
I'll go
all right,
through
all right.
these 2, and then you can do your one. All right. So I would also like to shout out the Giants for finally parting ways with Brian Dable. We've
That was
lost
mine.
another one. That was yours?
That was mine.
Okay, well, then we hit it.
And I was gonna say that the only 2 NFL head coaches that have been fired this year have both named Brian. Brian Callahan and Brian Dable.
It's a
Brian
bad year to be a
Schottenheimer-
Brian.
Brian Schottenheimer better look out.
But the what was it? The Bears claim another one. It's like Caleb Williams gets another head coach fired. It just doesn't happen to be his own this time.
That was the Panthers a lot last year.
They were going through with the Grim Reaper and the Scythe, like going door to door, being all like, "Whose head coach is next?"
Knock, knock.
I'm genuinely surprised losing to the Panthers isn't what lost Matt LaFleur his job. You know, I mean, well, he's on thin ice with the Packers organization right now.
Yep, I've heard.
All right, and then the last shout out, whether you like it or not, is to our boy Justin Tucker, whose 10-game suspension was officially lifted today.
I also saw that. I was about to say that as well.
That means he's eligible to play football again.
Hey Noah, do the Ravens need a kicker?
No, we do not need a kicker. Please do not draft Justin
You know
Tucker
who needs
again.
a kicker?
I know who needs a kicker, but the Packers would be
hey.
stupid to take Justin Tucker.
The Packers better not pick up Justin Tucker. Please don't
Aaron,
do
do
it.
you need a kicker?
No, we have our substitute teacher, okay? I don't even know why we're playing him. We have a kicker, we're not even using him.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Anyway, that's all my
so
shout-outs.
Funny. Oh, it's so funny.
It's so sad.
I guess a small shout out. Bob Gronkowski's going to sign a 1-day ceremonial, contract to retire a Patriot. So yay!
Oh, that's nice.
Yay.
Of him. Probably for
Yeah.
the best. I figured Tom Brady would have done the same thing if he hadn't already.
He did.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do where you go where your heart belongs, and that's why Aaron Rodgers really wants to retire a Packer as well. So we'll see if that ends up happening too.
I'm sure it will.
I don't doubt it. But yeah, we had some interesting games this week. Do we want to go in an order where it's all like sad game, happy game, sad game, so we have like this sadness sandwich, or do we want to get like the happiness out of the way and then just a dreadful
I've
rest?
got a lot to talk about. Noah, you go first.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I-
Let's get the
honestly,
happy out of the way.
So,
Let's get the happy out of the
one
way.
out of the way. Let me just run off some stats here. The final score was 27-19. This was the Ravens facing the Vikings in U.S. Bank Stadium, I think it was.
It's not an easy
in
place to
Minnesota.
play.
So
In
no, it's
Minnesota.
not. No. The Vikings fans are
They
crazy,
show up.
but They do.
Yep.
They do. You do not know when it's a Ravens Vikings game who's a Raven, who's a Viking in the stands because they're both purple. They're both purple. Like I couldn't even tell watching the game. I mean Fox does 720p on my cable box, but whatever. You can't even tell because the purples are so similar. Someone's colorblind. Who knows? But anyway, so Lamar Jackson had 17 carries, 29 attempts at 176 yards with 1 touchdown. That's good. Derrick Henry for his Russian had 20 carries for 75 yards with an average of 3.8. He still struggles a little bit, I believe, with just getting the ball going. He was really good at that last season. This season, he really hasn't been all that great.
Which
but
is
he's
ironic
still,
because
it's
it's ironic.
So like 75 yards, I think is like average for a running back.
It's
but
average,
because
yeah.
it's Derrick Henry, it's underperforming, and we deserve better.
We expected more out of him because of how he
Exactly.
performed last season. But it's average. He's doing fine. Lamar Jackson had 9 carries for 36 yards. They also, as you said earlier, had Mark Andrews take a snap and Lamar Jackson ran it after a pitch back.
Jackson.
It was great. But honestly, the Ravens looked really good. They are approaching a 5-5 tie because they play the Browns next week at Cleveland. We won against them week 2. I don't believe we'll lose against them unless if for some reason Dylan Gabriel and whoever else is on the Browns
They just
does
lost to
this
the
fantastic
Jets.
job. Yeah, they did just lose to the Jets.
Don't lose to the Browns, who lost to the Jets.
If we lose to the Browns after the Browns lost to the Jets, and then we go on to lose again against the Jets the next week, we're screwed.
Could you imagine?
Listen, Noah.
We would be.
This season's
I
over.
would be like Harbaugh gets fired, redo the whole organization. The Ravens aren't going to the playoffs, but whatever. But yeah, the Ravens looked good. They looked good. I was happy with their performance. I kind of tuned out the game because when they were winning, I was like, you know what, they're going to win this one. The Vikings, they weren't as dominant on Sunday compared to when they played against the Lions last week. I was kind of surprised by that.
I know the Vikings go into Ford Field, dominate the Lions, but then can't even play at home in a day where the Ravens are playing okay, right? Like the Ravens played the most okay football I have seen all year, where Lamar Jackson is 176 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry 75 rushing yards. This is it's not like they turned the ball over a million times or anything like that, right? Like
no,
they played safe and secure. They just played like the most basic fundamental football you can. And then the Vikings are out here beating themselves. J.J. McCarthy threw 2 interceptions. The longest
Vikings
rusher.
also lost a fumble.
Yeah, they also lost a fumble, and their largest rusher was J.J. McCarthy because he kept
when your quarterback is leading in rushing yards, it's not good.
So
when your quarterback is throwing the ball 42 times and completing less than half.
Seriously.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Not good at all. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy had more yards and I think it looks like more attempts than Lamar Jackson did, but they had the ball more often. Yeah,
McCarthy had 42 attempts.
Yeah, with 20
so
of
he's
them.
going to get more passing yards if he's throwing the ball literally nearly twice as much.
Every play it feels like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the Vikings really did beat themselves, and the Baltimore Ravens played good football, which is the least you could ask for because
exactly, especially
a couple teams here who did not play good
football
this week.
Yeah, no, and also especially with the way the Ravens were playing at the start of the season. Oh God, this is a vast improvement over their performance in week 3, week 4, week 5. If this was the momentum that the Ravens needed, and it's definitely still on the upright. And I'm looking forward to how they play out the rest of the season. The season, we're in week 11, folks. The season is going to be coming to an end extremely quickly. So
it's more than half over.
More than halfway over. We are on week 11. There's 18 weeks total. Yep. We are approaching it fast. So I'm looking forward to see how the Ravens perform these next few weeks. I don't believe their schedule is it's not as difficult as it was, but it's still pretty tough. But we will see because the Ravens still have to face the Steelers. They haven't faced the Steelers yet. I believe they've only played the Bengals once.
If it's any consolation, I think the Packers broke the Steelers because then the Steelers could not perform against the Chargers as well.
Nope. So yeah, we still have to face off the Browns one more time, the Bengals, I believe, one more time, and the Steelers twice. We haven't played the Steelers yet. This is the second season in a row that we don't play the Steelers until much later in the season, which is a little bit weird. But
they're trying to hype it up as a big game.
Yeah, most likely. So we will see how they do. I'm happy with how they're performing. And we will hopefully they keep this momentum going because they
Fingers
quite frankly
crossed.
need it. If they want to get into the playoffs, they really need to dominate. They really need to dominate the AFC North. The Steelers aren't doing that great. Haven't been doing that great recently. I should clarify.
They lost 2 in a
The
row.
the Yep, and the other two teams in the AFC North losing records. Bengals have losing records. Browns have a losing record. The Browns. No,
I mean, we're
the
not surprised
Bengals.
with the Browns.
Yeah. The Bengals obviously with Joe Burrow potentially coming back by the Thanksgiving game, that gives them a potential for a run. But we will see how it pans out. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Me too. You know what's ironic here, though? Is that Noah sounds like the most optimistic about his team, and his team won, and he feels good. And it's like, out of our 3 teams, I do think the Ravens probably are the best team right now and have the best chance of making a playoff run and going deep and maybe even to the Super Bowl. And they have the worst record out of the 3
They
teams.
have the worst record, which is crazy.
Well, here's the difference. His team's actually playing offense right now.
None of y'all's teams are playing offense. What happened?
That's a good question.
Tom,
That's
you have a lot to say, right? You want me to just you want to have the floor?
Yeah, Panthers.
I'm gonna sit down for story time. Hold on,
Story time.
It's story time.
Uncle
Jack,
Tom, tell us a story about the Carolina Panthers.
A good one.
That's okay. It usually isn't.
They lost 17-7 against a 1-win Saints team. So
Starting a brand new
wild.
quarterback though, so maybe that's what
brand
it was.
new rookie quarterback. Doesn't make this story any better. Actually, it makes it worse. It makes it worse. All right, let's just go over the stats that matter. Bryce Young, 17 of 25, 124 yards, 1 interception. Really, it was 2 interceptions and a fumble on a end-around play that seemed to be confusion. I say there was really 2 interceptions because he did really throw 2 interceptions. But the first one was negated because of a roughing the passer penalty that happened
Bailed out.
It happened after he threw the ball.
Bailout. Let's go.
It happened after he threw the ball. So he threw the interception and then got bailed out because he got hit. So, yay. That's really 2 interceptions. Not great. Rico Dowdle, 18 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown.
It's like the quietest we've seen Rico Dowdle in like the past 5 weeks.
I will tell you why. Because the Saints came prepared with a good defensive scheme to stop Carolina's run game. And also, 12 rotating players on the offensive line because at any given time, half of them are hurt.
True. True.
So, what went wrong? A lot of things went wrong. I'll say this: Carolina defense played well enough to win, I think. The game was close throughout the entire game. It wasn't until the 4th quarter that the Saints made it a 2-possession game after the Bryce Young interception that counted.
10-7 at halftime is close. And actually,
And it
Carolina
stayed 10-7 through
started in the lead because they had that opening drive
got
touchdown.
a touchdown. Opening drive touchdown.
Yep.
And then all right, so here's the first half possessions for Carolina. So you gotta love this. Opening drive touchdown, very cool.
Yep.
Second drive, it was a punt in 4 plays, so that was cool. And then it went 3 and out, and then they went 3 and out, and then it was halftime. So they didn't do anything after getting the touchdown.
That hurts.
Right? Yep. Second half possessions, and then it's a field goal because it was blocked. And then they somehow they recovered the ball. That was a weird thing.
That was a weird rule.
Side note. Okay, so they kick the ball. The Saints block it. Cool, whatever. So the ball bounces back towards the Panther line. It bounces off a player, crosses the line of scrimmage. That's key. It crosses the line of scrimmage where a Saint player touches it. Whether he touched it on purpose or inadvertently, doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure it bounced off of him.
Yep.
I think it hit off his foot. I think it hit off his foot or something. Which makes it, because it crossed the line and a defensive player touched the ball, it becomes a live ball. And since a Panther lineman jumped on top of it, it became Panthers' first down.
And it reset
off a block field goal.
It reset
Off a
the
block
downs too. It's not like they
Yeah.
fell on it and they were still 3 yards short of the first down marker. No, it completely reset
It reset it. Yes.
It's basically a turnover. So
Huh.
A turnover on the
what
on
did
their own
what
team.
did the Panthers do with that good fortune? Oh, a couple plays later, they fumbled the ball off
They sure did.
off an end around jet sweep attempt.
It's like one of those the ball don't lie moments, where it's all like crazy rule. We all know it's supposed to be the Saints ball. It's the Saints ball.
I think there was miscommunication between Bryce Young and Jimmy Horn Jr., who was running like the end around, because Jimmy Horn wasn't expecting to get the ball. If you look at the replay, he's just running in motion, because usually on a jet sweep, if the receiver's going to get the ball, they're like, okay, all right, here, I'm ready.
At least,
Give me the ball
do
right
this
here.
to fake it,
Yeah, like he's ready to get the ball, but he's just straight running. And so as Bryce is going back to hand it off, Horn just hits it out of his hands, and he makes a mistake of just trying to pick it up instead of falling on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Whatever. Next drive, Bryce was an interception, and the last drive of the Panthers is turnover on downs. So yeah, that wasn't great. A lot of people looking at this game and trying to assess blame here are looking at Bryce Young. You go 17 of 25 for 124 yards. That's not very good.
No, it's not.
Especially
it's like, I do think part of the blame does land on Bryce. I just don't think all of the blame lands on Bryce.
No.
not at all.
The play calling could have been better, but when the Saints came prepared for your run game, and the one player that you've been calling your whole offense in Rico Dowdle, your quarterback needs to take over the game to be able to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When he is only throwing a majority of checkdowns and, timing plays that are 5 yards down the field instead of actually throwing it deep, or, making plays that get that shot, it's frustrating to watch. There have been stats to come out, and I'm about to share this. Yeah, we'll share this first one first. I'm putting it in a little group.
I'll bring it up.
This is a
the
a
depth
stat
chart. I've seen these. It's like the quarterback efficiency chart.
Yeah, where you can see where he's throwing the ball. This says 88% of your throws are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. You're not throwing the ball downfield.
It reminds me a lot of what the Packers have been running lately.
Yeah.
Can't throw it to the sticks,
Yeah.
Nope.
You only see I think you can
There's
see how
four.
far down. There's only
Four passes that went past 10 yards. 2 of them were caught, 2 of them were not.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating. You got to throw the ball, because if your whole offense is okay, no one's open, I'm just going to check it down. You're not going to go very far. The defense will clamp down on that, and it's easy to clamp down on it. Because that's another thing. Last year, when Bryce Young had his resurgence and people were thinking, oh, maybe he's the guy, the Panthers were throwing the ball down the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
do you have
this
a
year,
comparison for that? Is that what that is?
I've got stats.
I love stats.
We love numbers.
Hold on.
While you're bringing that up, this reminds me so much of just the Packers this year, where, again, the first 2 games they looked so dominant because the average depth of target was the highest in the league. Like, Jordan Love was slinging the ball, and then they started playing so conservatively, and now everything looks terrible. The only other time that he really got to sling the ball was against Dallas, which that ended up in a tie because the defense couldn't do anything. And towards the end of the Pittsburgh game, where they finally let him loose because they were playing from behind. But I got your second graphic up now.
These stats are passes of 20 yards downfield or more. In the final 10 weeks of last season, when he came back from his benching and he was playing very well, he was 6th in the attempt percentage of throwing the ball down the field. He was 2nd in adjusting completion percentage. He was 2nd at big time throw rate. That means that's very good. He's making these passes down the field, and he's being successful at it. The big difference is the Panthers aren't doing that. They are now 31st in attempt percentage. That means they're not doing it. And you see the other two are 7th and 5th respectively. That means they are still effective in that. But for whatever reason,
They're not trying it enough.
But they're not trying it, or Bryce isn't throwing it. Right?
Yep.
When he does throw it, it seems he is effective at doing it, but the Panthers just aren't doing that. And it's mind-boggling if you see 7th and 5th. It's like, okay, those are still successful. Why aren't you doing it? That's especially when your defense is playing okay. I mean, if you look probably like numbers-wise, the Panthers are middle of the road. But if these last 4 games, the Panthers are only averaging 19 points a game on giving up on defense, right? And if you take out the Bills game, which they gave up 40, and that's an outlier, that it goes down to 12 points a game. If you're only giving up 12 points a game, you're gonna win a lot of games. Problem is, the offense isn't offensing.
Right.
Let's see, I have that down. Over the same 4-game stretch, the Panthers are only scoring just over 11 points a game.
That's not a lot of points.
It's not.
It's not. And you're somehow 2-2. And I don't get that. It's just like, it's mind-boggling that your defense is playing that well, but your offense isn't playing complementary football to where, they can score points to win the game. The last 4 games against the Jets, the Panthers scored 13 points. Against the Bills, they scored 9. Again, outlier game, Andy Dalton starting, whatever.
Right.
The Packers, they only scored 16, and against the Saints, they only scored 7. You can't. The phrase is defense wins championships, but offense wins games.
It's true. Since we're talking about depth of target, do you want to hear okay, so I can't even see where on the list the Panthers are because it cuts off after 25. And so they are not in the top 25. You know who the top 5 are? Actually, we'll even go top 6 for average depth of target.
This is Drake May on there, Daniel Jones.
It is. It's the Patriots at number 1, then the Bears, the Colts,
Taylor Williams, Daniel Jones,
the Rams, the Bills, and the Chiefs.
Stafford.
And it's
Stafford, Allen, and
that all makes sense.
It tracks.
Quarterbacks who can throw the ball.
Quarterbacks who throw the ball tend to get more yards and win games. It's kind of crazy the way that works, isn't it? The Packers are all the way down at number 9 now, which they used to be number 1 and have slowly been working their way down the list. But yeah, now they're down with the Vikings, Falcons, and Eagles. And the Eagles don't even throw the ball, so
it's just frustrating when you see your defense, playing tough, limiting the big mistakes, which, okay, there were 2 big mistakes on both Saints touchdown drives. Our top corner, J.C. Horn, did fall down on both plays that the Saints got touchdowns on. That's unfortunate. Those are really the only big mistakes he's made all year. Which you can't, when that happens, it sucks because, you can't ask your defense to play perfect all the time because, you
just hope that whatever mistakes
points,
do happen is not the detrimental mistake that gives up a big score. But unfortunately, this time it was the detrimental mistake that gave up a big score.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a backbreaker because if you only give up 17 points, you feel like you should be able to win that game if you only give up 17 points. But the offense just isn't offensing, Okay, I'll say this about Bryce Young.
The offense is being offensive.
That's what I have in my notes. The offense is offensive to watch. I'll say this about rude. I'll say this about Bryce Young's performance. Compared to the Saints rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck was 19 of 27 for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Bryce Young has started 39 games in his career. And only 3 games in his career that he has thrown for more than 282 yards.
Jeez.
Only 3 of the 39. He just can't throw. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just can't throw the ball. Look, 282 yards is a decent amount of yards. But 3 out of 39, that's ayos míos. It's just it's hard to watch. And I'm starting to run out of excuses for Bryce Young.
You don't need to make excuses at this point.
Yeah.
He literally has 2 less completions than Tyler Shuck, but less than half as many yards.
Yeah.
It is literally he's just not throwing the ball downfield. And I don't know if that's because of him, if he's scared, or if he's just not getting the play calls for it. Sometimes you just got to let it rip, you know?
It's like if we could come up with an excuse, it's like, is he still playing through the ankle sprain, right? Is that the reason why he's out there?
Ankle sprain.
Right?
It's
the only reason why he's out there is he's the healthier quarterback between him and Andy Dalton, whose thumb maybe still be broken. Another question is, do the Panthers even have a starting quarterback on the roster right now? I don't know. Because Bryce Young is playing like a bottom 5 quarterback in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it continues, he's going to be playing himself into career backup.
Yep.
And it's wild to just look at, like, let's say other fans' reactions of like, okay, what should the Panthers do at quarterback? The Bryce haters. I've seen some wild stuff. I've seen people saying, "Oh, we should go and get Jameis Winston, right? He'll be the perfect bridge quarterback for before we can draft another guy."
Bro,
maybe
pick up
we should
Russell
go get
Wilson before Jameis Winston.
No one stooped that low. I've seen people say, let's trade for Mac Jones. Looks like he's doing okay. In the
49ers aren't going to give up Mac Jones either.
And one guy said, let's trade a 7th-round pick for Shedeur Sanders. And I'm like, no!
No!
Oh. He's more delusional than I was when I made my picks earlier this year.
Oh, no. Not Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough because if you're the Panthers, you can't move on from Bryce Young right now. He's in his 3rd year of his rookie contract. He's got, a minimum of 1 more year. Mm-hmm. And that is if you want to even pick up his 5th-year option, which at this point, I don't know if you do. Right?
Probably not.
So if you're the Panthers, you should ride out 1 more year with Bryce Young. And if he's not the guy, draft a new guy.
Yeah.
And let Bryce Young's career follow the footsteps a la Justin Fields. He'll end up on the Jets in 2028 or something.
Gosh, I hate that you're probably right, but that's probably where he's going to end up. They're like,
if he doesn't turn
Bryce
it
Young,
around,
you had like a winning record for 3 games last year. Get over here. Come here.
It's I don't know. It's hard to. You see Tyler Shuck, his 2nd ever career start, and he throws for nearly 300 yards, and you see your quarterback like, okay, dump off.
Wait,
okay,
there's an idea. You should trade for Tyler Shuck.
No.
No.
Or you see your quarterback, okay, and I've seen this a couple times this year. Like, I gotta scramble, okay, okay. Oh, I'm too short. I gotta jump and then I gotta throw it. He sometimes has to jump to throw it. You can't get power when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was like, okay, I get he's 5'10", 5'11" on a good day, but
which convenience store is he leaving from? God, that's how tall he is.
I saw a lot of pre-draft analysis back when the Panthers traded up for the 1 spot. It's like, okay, Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, and one take I saw was, height is a skill in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. Being able to see over your offensive line and see the field is a skill that it can't be taught. Yes, you can make it look as a shorter quarterback, but you don't have that. And it's just
so a lot of quarterbacks are like 6 foot plus just so they could see.
Yeah. Honestly, the only quarterbacks in the league that are not over 6 foot are Bryce Young and Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them may be losing their jobs soon. So it's tough. It's tough for the Panthers offensively right now, especially when the defenses are bringing out games where they have a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then losing to a 1-win divisional rival makes this loss even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, it is the NFL, and it really is any given Sunday. Any team can show up and play well. You never know.
But
we should get that on the T-shirt. Any given Sunday.
Listen, the Panthers' loss is bad, but I would venture to say the Bills' loss this week was worse.
Okay, to the floundering Dolphins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like we can still feel bad about our teams, but like, hey, at least we weren't Bills fans this week.
Yeah.
Not wholeheartedly.
Well, that's really tough because the Bills are, in the Super Bowl window and losing to the Dolphins while the Patriots continue to win with a soft schedule. But regardless, that
You
makes
don't
them,
get to choose your schedule. You just got to show up and play.
that gives you a trip to Kansas City in January, Buffalo. Have fun with that. All right, I'll end my segment off with 2 more fun facts.
All right.
The Panthers are 5-0 in games that they have won the coin toss, and they are 0-5 in games where they have lost it.
That's what it all comes down to.
That is true.
And since the Panthers have now lost 11 straight games that they were the favorites, a streak that goes back to 2021.
That's crazy. I mean, they've probably only been favored in 11 games since 2021.
Correct. Mm-hmm. This was the first one all year this year.
That's crazy.
And they lost.
That's crazy.
Badly.
Crazy.
It doesn't get any easier next week with the Falcons. So, oh well. Anyway, let's go to the other sadness. I like how this week in week 10, the first game of week 10 ended 10-7, and the last week of week 10 ended 10-7.
It's a perfect palindrome. It's balanced like all things should be. Just like the Packers win-loss now. It's getting there. It's almost there. It's 5-3-1. Which, all things considered, you look at 5-3-1 and you really shouldn't be that upset. But it's just the recent production that's been is the word tantalizing? Did I use that word correctly? Hey Google, define tantalizing.
I don't think so.
It's too quiet. I used that correctly. Hey Google, volume up to max.
I could just say the definition.
Tell me the definition of tantalizing.
Tormenting or teasing with the sight or promise of something unattainable.
Yeah, see, the Packers should be good, but they're not. I want to attain them being good, but they're not. So anyway, the point is, in the past 2 weeks, in both games that they've been favored in, they were technically favored in this game as well. They lose to the Panthers at home, and of course they lose to the Philadelphia Eagles at home as well. The defense has showed up. Matter of fact, the defense has showed up every single game except for the Dallas game. So the defense is there. It's locked in. It's winning them games.
The same problems as the Panthers right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the Packers' offense that's losing games, and it seems to be something...
The offense has been offensive to watch,
It's been offensive to watch, and it seems like it's always something little or different every single week. Generally, it's the play calling. This week, it was literally the lack of receivers. Matthew Golden is injured, and he was out. Romeo Doubs left halfway through with a chest injury. Tucker Kraft is gone for the year. So they're throwing to their practice squad. They're changing their cornerbacks from Bo Melton was a wide receiver, gone corner, gone back to wide receiver because they're out of wide receivers. And then on a 4th and almost 10, instead of kicking a field goal because you don't have faith in your kicker because your actual good kicker is not being activated for some reason, he's got to
go substitute teach a 4th grade math class.
They go to Bo Melton on 4th down, and he can't catch the ball. And when they do get a big play to Christian Watson for a good 22 yards, it gets called back because of a what's the word I'm looking for? What's the penalty?
Holding illegal
It wasn't
formation.
holding. It was an illegal formation. That's what it
illegal
was.
Formation. Yeah,
he
that's
just
what it
wasn't on the line properly, and I'm like, oh, and it's just frustrating to watch because some people are blaming Jordan Love at this point. He was 20 for 36 for 176 yards. And it looks like Jalen Hurts had, better yardage and better completion percentage. But really, half of Jalen Hurts' yards came off of one play where he threw it deep to Devontae Smith, and he barely caught it for a touchdown. And if you wipe that one play off the board, the Packers actually win this 7-6, or 7-3, actually. It's so frustrating that this was so attainable to win because there was 2 times they should have gone for a field goal and didn't. And the one touchdown that was scored by the Eagles happened because of a huge Saquon Barkley play of 40 yards and then a huge Devontae Smith catch of 40 yards. And it's just that it was 2 plays near 80 yards And if they could have just held for that one drive, which I know is a big ask because the defense did phenomenally all night, then the Packers win this. But the real issue here is the fact that they really needed to get more going on offense. The conservative play calling is just not there, or it's really hindering everything. And it's all the little tiny mistakes. It's the big plays being wiped off the board. It's the receivers who can't catch, and it's just the accumulation of things that during the entire time, I know it's a slugfest of defensive play here to defensive play there, but it's like you just got to break through one time. The Eagles broke through one time. They had that one drive, and that's what won them the game. The Packers start driving, and they fumble. Or the Packers start driving, and they get a holding call, and it makes them go back. The Packers start driving, and then they get a penalty of, what was I just saying, illegal formation, and then now they're out of field goal range.
It's just to line up correctly. You know, this is what you practice every day.
Mm-hmm. And they could have had a stop at the end of the game. It's 3rd and long, and they can't get that one stop. It happened again and again and again, and it's right there in the clutch of their hands, and it just falls apart. And it's like, truthfully, if the Packers defense plays this well to hold the Philadelphia Eagles to 10, or the Panthers to 13, or the Browns to 13, or whoever happens to be, the offense should be scoring like 35. There's no reason the Packers shouldn't be scoring 35. I know the Eagles have a decent, pretty good defense. I will give them that. Do not take that away from them. But if we want to just take a second, just uno momento, and take a look at the Eagles' schedule this year. I didn't have it up. I wasn't ready to make this point, but we'll make the point now. This is the least. This is the least amount that the Eagles have been held to all year, at only 10 points. But you know how many points they've been giving up all year? They gave up 20 to the Giants. 30. They gave up 20 to the Vikings. They gave up 34 to the Giants, 21 to the Broncos, 25 to the Buccaneers, 26 to the Rams, even 17 to the Chiefs, which was their best outing all year for the defense until now. If the Packers were able to match any of that, they win this game handily because they held the Eagles to only 10. So it's just so frustrating to see the Packers, who should have this dominant offense, riddled with injuries, terrible play calling, not utilizing the correct kicker, and just giving up on their fan base at this point, it seems, because it's just excuse, you know?
It's so tough because, you know, as fans of the game, we like seeing points. Points are exciting, right? They get you into the game. Then when your team just can't points, it just becomes what's happening, right?
And even fact of the matter is like, I think watching the defense play well was fun, being able to see them knock out that fumble in the first quarter and all the pressure they were able to get on Jalen Hurts. Even though they didn't get a sack on him, they made him feel uncomfortable and, again, did a phenomenal job. I've grown a huge appreciation of watching the defense work, especially since they picked up Micah Parsons. But it's like you need to have that complementary football on the other side, and they haven't had that. Like, what is this receiving core right now? We have Christian Watson, 2 for 45. Dontavian Wicks, who I like. I do like Dontavian Wicks, and he kind of took over that like leading reception after Romeo Doubs went out with a chest injury. So Doubs only had that one catch before he went out. Luke Musgrave is trying to step into the role for Tucker Kraft, and Luke Musgrave is still good. It's just that Tucker Kraft is elite. And then even Bo Melton did have his 2 catches for 28 yards, but it's just drop after drop and incomplete passes and overthrows and just bad play calling all around. It's so crazy to look back at that Lions game and that Commanders game to see like the good schemes to get guys open, to making huge plays down the field, to conservative play call, to conservative play call, conservative play call. Like, the most aggravating part is that everybody sees it coming. I'm watching the game with guys in Discord, and they're calling out what the play is, being like, oh yeah, I've watched the Packers enough times, 2nd and 7, we're going to run it up the middle again, because we always do. We run it on first down, we get like 2-3 yards, we're going to run it again on 2nd down, and when it's 3rd and 4, we're going to try to pass, and it's going to go incomplete, and we're going to punt from there. And that's exactly what happens. But it gets so predictable at the point, the other team is calling it out. I don't know if you guys saw this play.
Yeah, the last play.
I saw that.
On 4th and 1, the guy
inside zone,
inside zone, and they all shift over because they know what's coming and they know how to stop it. And it's like if Jacobs at least gets the first down there, they can try again on 4th and 6 because it got called back due to another illegal formation. Surprise, surprise. But he doesn't even get the first down. He gets stopped in the backfield and fumbles it. And it's just 4th and 1. You've got one-on-one on the wideouts, and you can see that they've got so much space off of their guys that you can quickly audible and just say, okay, I'm going to pass it out here. Let's get this first down, keep this drive going.
Quick slant now. Go.
You had 30 seconds left on the play clock. What? 30 seconds left on the play clock.
And 15 yards, take it back.
And you can call an audible, you can call a timeout, you could do so many things, but you hear the defense calling out your play, not even in code, blatantly calling out what you're gonna do, and you still snap the ball. Oh, it's just it's malpractice at that point. So
side note, I don't understand why teams love running the ball so much out of shotgun.
I know it's terrible. I think it's the
back draw out of shotgun.
Idea,
it never works.
It doesn't work. The idea is that it's supposed to draw the defense into a false sense of security. Typically in shotgun, you pass. So if they see you in shotgun, they're thinking you're going to pass. So it's more like of a fake pass run play rather than a play action. It's the inverse. However, it just doesn't seem to work because you're not doing a very convincing job of making it look like a pass if you're immediately hiking the ball and handing it off rather than at least pretending to look downfield, have your guys run routes, and then hand the ball off,
Especially in a very obvious running the ball situation, 4th and short.
So, I mean,
I
am not one to doom and gloom on my team, especially since they still have a winning record, but they have not showed up the past 2 weeks. They were 5-1-1. They've lost 2 in a row in games they very well should have won. And it's like the only bright side is the Packers' 3 losses this year have all been by 3 points. They've been in every single game this year, which means they could have won every single game this year. And in fact, they probably should have won every single game this year. They could very easily be 9-0. They could, but they're not. And it's just these tiny mistakes that come with just the absolute fumbling done by play calling, coaching, and mismanagement. And it's like, at this point, I feel like I've had enough, which I'm still going to watch them every single week, but I'm no longer hopeful that they're going to be pulling off a good, I don't think they're going to win the North anymore. I don't even know if they're going to get a playoff spot at this point. The NFC is so stacked between the Seahawks and the Rams and the Eagles and the Lions, and even the Bears are ahead of the Packers right now.
Bears are ahead of the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel good. Caleb Williams has the second highest average depth of target.
Yeah.
Why? Jordan Love can sling it, and we're letting Caleb Williams take that spot. It's crazy. So, I hope the Packers win, but my faith in them has gone down a lot, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, yeah. Seriously,
that is my crash out for the week.
It's hard to have faith in your team when they can't offense. When they can't score points, they can't win games, and they look bad.
What, the second week
now
in a
you
row
all know how I felt about the Ravens when Lamar Jackson wasn't playing and starting. However, you guys have your starters playing.
It all comes around.
Which is unfortunate because your team should be doing better, but they're not, and I hate that.
I mean, look at these point totals. They went like 27-27, and then they just lost it against the Browns, only scored 10. But then 40, 27, 27, 35. And you're like, wow, the Packers have a high-flying offense. They're doing great. And then suddenly 13-7. In 2 games,
I just made that.
In 2 games, they have scored less combined points than just about every other game singularly all year long. And it's like their upcoming games are now these really crucial games where if they had this nice cushion lead of having 6 or 7 wins, we could like maybe feel a little bit good if they dropped one to the Vikings or dropped one to the Bears. But it's like, no, you got to start winning all of these. And it starts next week with the Giants, which they've never played well against the Giants, to be fair. So I'm, again, not very hopeful.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just... it's hard to have faith when you see your offense not doing its job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll still pick them this week. I just don't know if I'll pick them the week after that. They have they have 3 games in 11 days coming up.
Oh, good luck. Yeah, good luck.
3 games in
Thanksgiving
11
games
days.
go
So
crazy.
they play next Sunday, they play the following Sunday, then they play that Thursday. So it goes Giants, Vikings, Lions, all in 11 days. And they're not getting Tucker Kraft back, and I don't know how many receivers they're going to have by then.
That's tough.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
But yeah, I would go through the other games that we spent so long talking about ours. Quick shout-outs of games. Colts looked phenomenal again, all the way over in, where was it? It's not, was it Berlin?
Germany.
That's
Germany.
where it was.
Berlin. They
Let's
get
go
an
Colts!
Let's go Colts.
Back
An
to
overtime win against the Falcons. So,
Indiana
I think
Jones
it's the
looked
way they
good
get
again.
happy.
Jonathan Taylor looked phenomenal. Can't
he's
dismiss
got it.
that.
Jonathan Taylor, another 3-touchdown game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Easily
He's-
my offensive player of the year right there, for sure.
MVP.
Oh yeah, no,
He has to be.
absolutely. You know what? We can
If
give
he
him
continues-
the MVP, and then we can give JSM, the receiver on the Seahawks, he can have offensive player of the year. Thoughts?
I'm okay with no quarterback taking it,
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. And then the other shout out,
Texans Jaguars, come on.
I listen,
Ooh,
last
yeah.
week
Yeah.
I in the games that you guys chose against me, and I said, hey, don't be surprised if this team wins. It was the Texans and it was the
Yep.
Patriots. So I know ball sometimes.
Okay, but with the Texans game, the Jaguars gave it up in the fourth quarter.
They
the
did. No,
Texans
the
scored
Jaguars had the
26 points in
absolute.
the fourth.
The Jaguars were the better team for 95% of the game, and then Houston won when they, right when they needed to.
The Texans scored technically 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
they didn't need the last one.
The last
but
one
they
was
did get
insult to injury, and that was
it.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a fumble recovery with 0 seconds on the clock.
I don't know if you guys were in the
That's
call
crazy.
when I was watching that. I was going off. I was like, "Let's go Texans!"
No, I was sad and away from computer because I had just watched Panthers Saints. So you should. Yeah.
That's so real, honestly, so real.
Davis Mills, by the way, that's Davis Mills leading the Texans, not C.J. Stroud. That's
Right, and I
General
really thought it was going
Mills.
to be a low
300
scoring game,
yards
but it
from
ended up
Neely.
being like much higher scoring than any of us predicted.
Oh yeah, for
also.
sure.
Side note: is this spelling the end for Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville?
It might, honestly.
It might.
I don't think he's been
It
performing
might.
at a high level. He has been
No.
very mediocre.
13 of 23, 158 yards, a touchdown and interception.
You know what we need? We need Jacksonville and Carolina to just do that QB swap and just as a social experiment and see what happens.
I don't know who wins.
You
don't know.
finally have a tall QB. A lot of the other games throughout the week were blowouts, unfortunately, so it's like there wasn't a whole lot to say. I did like the Patriots Bucks game. That one was very close, and it was a good watch.
Oh yeah, that was a very good game. Patriots scored a touchdown in every quarter. They improved to 5-0 on the road. So
Nice.
You guys want
And,
to get some power rankings? Speaking of some good teams here.
oh yeah, speaking of the Patriots,
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the Patriots, this one's going to be interesting because there's 3 teams in my mind that all are competing for number 1 right now. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So my 3
Because
teams,
Broncos, Colts, and Patriots.
it's not even Colts
I don't want
because
the
I think the
Broncos.
Colts
No.
are. It's not even Broncos either. For me,
Broncos
Oh,
going
yeah.
down for me.
it's maybe it's 4 because the Colts should be up there too. Oh my goodness! So between the
I have-
Patriots, the
have the
Colts, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Okay.
Yep.
Like
Those. Are good.
those.
Yep.
That's 1 through 4. I don't care what anyone says. We got to figure this out, boys. Who's going where?
Okay, so I have Pats at 1 because they were my number 1 team last week, and
They were my
went
number
on,
1 team last week,
and they won
They
on
won
the road against a good team.
good team. Mhm.
Yeah, so they stay 1. I have the Colts at 2.
Yeah.
That's so tough
Let's go
because
Colts.
did you see how dominant Seattle looked? And how
Yeah,
dominant
Seattle,
the
Seattle
Rams
was
looked?
scary. What
Both
what
the-
team What team came out? What Seattle team came out on that last game against the Cardinals? Like what? Like they
The
were
only reason maybe I don't
were
put Seattle at
scary.
1 is because even though they looked terrifying in the first half, they turned the ball over like 3 times in the second half.
Oh, they did. I think I saw the stat line that Sam
Mm-hmm.
Darnold was 1 for 2 in the second half with an interception.
Yep. So I'm okay with.
Okay, so here's my spicy take. I have the Lions at 3, and the Seahawks and the Rams are the same team basically. Last week they played a divisional game where they both put up 40 points and still gave up 20 some points. It's the same thing.
It really is, and they play each other next week, so that's going to be a good watch.
So I have the Seahawks and Rams tied for 4th.
I actually see. I'm the other way around. I have the Seahawks Rams tied for 3, and I put the Lions at 4 because the Lions are still a good team.
Yeah, that's
they beat up on the Commanders, who have the squishiest defense in the NFL right now, without their quarterback, and they lost at home to the Vikings the week before. So like,
that's fine.
Didn't the Commanders swap out Marcus Mariota for somebody else though?
Maybe
or was
towards
it just
the
like
end
a
of the
hey,
game.
stop
I'm
playing?
not sure. I kind of stopped watching that one. I was like, oh, the Lions are blowing them out.
Honestly, that game.
I stopped watching that game
fast.
after Trump started commentating.
Yeah, for no apparent reason in the third quarter.
Hey, I was a tight end in college. I was the best tight end. I scored many touchdowns.
No, that was awful.
That was too
I don't watch football to watch my politician come and lie on national television.
All right, so we've got Patriots, Colts, Rams, Seahawks, Lions, and then at 5 in my mind, it's tied behind the Broncos and the Eagles.
I've got
I would put Broncos
because both are 7-2, right?
No,
Broncos are 8.
Broncos are 8.
That's right.
Yeah,
They haven't had the
Broncos
bye
are 8
week
yet.
Yeah. So I've got the Broncos at 5. I dropped them because that was an ugly game. 10-7 on Thursday night.
The thing is, every single one of their games has been an ugly game. And then, the Seahawks are the same way, where they also only won 10-7. So,
yeah.
They're pretty even as far as the teams go. Like, they have the ability for a high-flying offense to produce a lot of yards, but then they get in these really ugly kind of scrimmage games that end up being kind of gross to watch.
Yeah.
Weird how similar those teams are. So, should we just tie them at 5 then?
Sure, you can put the Eagles at 5.
All right. And then who do we want to give an honorable mention bonus number 6, even if they...
Chargers, I think, should get an honorable mention. I think they're coming a nice back.
They are looking really good right now.
They were pretty dominant against the Steelers.
Because they're 7-3, right? They're right behind the Eagles with that half loss.
And
I've also
right behind
got
the Broncos, who are.
I've also got the I've also had the Bears.
I hate to say it. I was thinking the same thing. I hate to say it, but
I know
the Bears for once have a winning record. Yeah, they are.
3. I mean, they had to make a comeback against the Giants of all teams, but they did it. And
I don't know if you saw that pin missile that Caleb Williams threw. It was an incomplete pass, but on the run, he goes like this, and the ball didn't drop in height. It just laser beamed straight forward to the corner of the end zone. And I was all
must be nice.
I know, because that's what I've been saying for years, is that maybe for the past year or so, Caleb Williams does have a very high ceiling. He can make some incredibly athletic plays, but he also has one of the lowest floors where he just makes really stupid plays and throws it into the dirt or spins around in a circle and drops the ball. Some days he looks like Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom Brady, and other days he looks like Bryce Young or Justin Fields, and it's weird which one shows up.
Say that.
I'm sorry, but you know it's true, okay?
So, I get it. It's true. And one more team for a 6th spot. But the Ravens.
Yeah, and they're winning.
They're winning.
They're going to make their way up onto this top 5 list before you know it. You just got to have a better looking record, and then they'll be on their way.
Yep,
I think what it is they'll need to start beating the teams that are on this list. So when they come up and they beat the Lions, we can put them above the Lions. Thoughts? Opinions?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right. I like that. All right. Good honorable mentions. This is our power rankings. Hope you guys enjoyed. Who would have thought? Raiders number 1. That's crazy. Yeah.
Jets 22 2027, number one.
Jets
Let's go.
2027.
Man, the Jets fell down hard. Didn't even make honorable mention this week.
Can't believe it. But they won. That's the thing. They won. They
did
won.
win.
They actually
Against
won, and we
the
can't even give
Browns,
them
though.
the honorable mention. Hey, you know what? The Packers lost against the Browns, so every win is a
True.
coveted win. We
Yep.
take whatever we can. All right, you guys ready to do some game picks for the week?
Absolutely.
All right. How did we do as a collective last week? We got
Oh, not
of
very
them.
good.
We got eight.
We were 8-6. We were 8-6
8 and
last
6.
week.
8 and 6. I'm scrolling down my personal one. I had 11 personally. So
I was 9 and 5.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
I
Oh,
was
the
8 and
podcast is one behind my dad. Guys, we can overtake my dad.
Let's go. Let's go.
You are Aaron. You are the only one that's ahead of the podcast now.
Yeah, I'm trying
You
my
are-
darndest, man.
You are ahead of the podcast by 3 games. So
And it's literally it's those 3 games from last week because I was tied with the podcast before.
yep.
And then my wife is still tied for number 3, only because she forgot to do the Thursday pick, which was like a shoo-in because everybody chose the Broncos.
Yeah.
And that
So
was
she should be
close
tied
enough
for
to where
number 2,
everyone
but
nearly got
like,
it. Yeah.
you know. All right, it's picks time. Let's get going, guys. We've got the Thursday ugly game of the week where the Jets go in to New England to take on the Patriots. Do we have any other thoughts?
Look at that
are-
money line, though. That money line's insane.
Actually, I learned recently what like the money line technically means, right? So I
Enlighten us.
don't know if this is
Enlighten me.
so I don't know exactly if it's 100% accurate, but it's always in reference to like winning $100. So if the Patriots are favored minus 1,000, you have to bet $1,000 in order to win $100. Does that make sense? So I'm not 100% sure how it works the plus way, but it's kind of similar where it's like if you bet $100 at plus 600, you would win $600. Do you get?
Yeah,
does
that makes
make
sense.
sense. So
Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
to kind of give you an idea of how favored somebody is. Like, and then the reason for that is there's also a little bit of overlap in between called the VIG, and that's what the house pulls whenever they win. So it's a really complicated system, but just know that that's what that number means.
Got it.
Anyway, Patriots.
Either way, Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm just saying the 2 losses the Patriots have are at home this year.
Ooh, you know, and the Jets are
Patriots.
coming off of a win.
Two wins in a row for the Jets.
Wow, they're on a
crazy.
win streak. Wait, that's crazy.
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
Patriots.
Okay.
Patriots.
Then we've got is this one in? Where's this one? London or?
It's
Miami.
in.
It's not in Miami. This is
This is an
international.
international game.
It's 8.
Oh,
This is an international game.
9:30 your
hold on.
time.
It's Madrid.
Madrid.
It's in
Madrid.
Madrid. It's in
The first game
Spain.
is Spain.
All right.
This game will be in Spain without the S. So
The game is going
Just
to
like
be
how
in
last
Spain
year- what was
without
it?
the A.
yeah.
I gotta take my headset off to do that. I can't do that. The curse of wired headsets.
I personally had the Dolphins. The Dolphins actually came out looking good, and the Commanders have a squishy defense and are not favored. So I am choosing the
I
Dolphins.
think Mariota's also gonna play again next week. So, which is wild to even say. I have the Dolphins winning.
Yeah.
But I mean, both the teams are 3-7.
You said it 3 times, and then the third time it finally hit me like a truck. I'm like, yep, I'm not picking the Commanders. This one, I'm picking the Dolphins.
What a letdown for the Commanders after last year. You know.
Like they were so high last year, the NFC Championship game, and then they're just destroyed.
Yeah. Hey, congrats on the good year. Welcome back to reality.
All right, but
At
then
least you
we've
don't
got
have
coming up next.
Snyder.
America's Game of the Week, where the
No, it is
Carolina
not.
Panthers
Yes, sir.
go in and take on the Atlanta Falcons. And you know, it's kind of I know I get it, and I know what you're gonna say after I say this, but it's kind
go
of
ahead.
boggling that the Panthers, with a 5-5 record, are not the favorites to win against
They
the
shouldn't
Atlanta
be.
Falcons, who are 3-6. They're
They
3-6.
shouldn't be.
They're
They
not a
should
good
not
team.
be. Yeah, so what? The Falcons have lost 4 straight games. they've been able to score more points than the Panthers consistently, especially these last two games. These last two games, the Falcons have scored 23 points in a 1-point loss to the Patriots, and then they scored 25 points in an overtime loss against the Colts.
Who are two of the
Right?
top 3 teams in the league. Actually, two
Yeah,
of the top
so-
2 teams in the league.
Yeah. And of course, this is in Atlanta, so advantage to the Falcons. Also, the Falcons do not want to have another 30-0 blowout.
Oh,
They're
of course
they're
not.
gonna play better. I'm going back to I'm picking against my team so they have a chance to win, but that's not even going to be a chance. The Falcons are going to win this game
Okay,
Yeah.
but
I have the Falcons
because I don't think the Panthers are going to score points.
I
don't
want to
think
choose
they're gonna
the
score points.
Panthers.
You're
Then
crazy.
pick
Off of
Panthers.
vibes and
Both
Rico
of you.
Dowdle, okay? The
Both of you
Falcons
are
have
wrong.
terrible run
Mucho.
defense.
Both of you are wrong.
Mucho Grande,
no,
Rico Dowdle.
No,
Mucho Grande.
No.
He's very Mucho Grande. Haven't you seen his pelvic thrusts?
Do what he was last time. He didn't do it. He went oh no on his himself.
No, I have the Falcons.
All right, Falcons it is.
Yeah.
I think on my
A
personal
man
picks, I
with
also chose the
sense. Thank you,
Falcons.
Noah.
You're welcome. I tried to bring some level-headedness to this conversation.
I appreciate it. All right. Then we've got, actually, I think one of the better games of the week where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go into Buffalo and try to take on the Bills. Who do we got, fellas? Both teams actually coming off of a
Both teams
loss.
coming off a loss.
Both
Yeah.
of them, yeah.
Let's see. The Bills
Same
came off a
record.
more embarrassing loss.
That is true.
The Dolphins.
Are the Buccaneers
Bucks,
still without? I know they're still without their running back. I still don't think Bucky Irving is coming
Bucky
back.
Irvin's still out? Damn,
Yeah, I don't know. He's been
okay.
out for like ever. I've had him on my fantasy
Man.
for like a hot minute, and he just hasn't played since week 3. That's why I picked up Rico
Jeez.
Dowdle.
Yeah, his status is doubtful, and Todd Bowles, the head coach for the Bucks, said he doesn't expect him to play Week 11 against the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume he's out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Godwin Jr. is also going to be out against the Bills. Like, you're not getting him back. Ugh, man, this is a tough game because both teams are kind of, you expect
They're
them to
very
be good,
similar
but
teams. They are literally like elite quarterbacks who make plays when it needs to happen the most, and if the quarterback
Yeah.
doesn't play well, then the team doesn't play well.
I think I'm going to give the home team the advantage here. I think that'll be the big difference. I think the Bills are going to win this game.
I also think the Bills are going to win. Home field advantage goes hard, and I think the Bills.
For the same reason, home field advantage. I have the Bills.
I think just like the Bills have slightly more weapons to work with here, whereas the Buccaneers have too many injuries. Also, I don't know. I think the Bills' tight end is still hurt too. Like he went out halfway through the last game with a hamstring. Kincaid. I don't know if he's still going to be out or not. I think right now he's like
Bills
questionable.
injury.
Not James Cook.
No, he's the running back. He's fine.
Yeah.
It
he's
is
fine.
reported that he is week to week after suffering a hamstring injury during Sunday's loss to the Dolphins. So it's probably his status is questionable right now. But
I've got a tight end
we'll
curse.
see.
I had 2 tight ends in fantasy. One of them was Tucker Kraft. The other one was Dalton Kincaid.
Ooh.
I now have
Would you
no
like to
tight
trade?
ends. Who do you got? Who's your tight end, huh?
Kyle Pitts.
No, you can keep him. You can have him.
Talk about a disappointment of a career.
Yep.
So
All
far.
right. Anyway, we got the Bills selected. Next one up, we've
Yep.
got the Houston Texans going in to take on the Titans.
I am picking the Texans not because of anything the Texans are going to do. It is because they are playing the Titans.
Yeah,
I agree. Texans.
I agree.
Texans. Easy pick.
Texans.
Next up, we've got the Chicago Bears going into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Vikings are favored.
The favorite home team. That's probably about
Yep.
why. Oh, this one's tough.
Because the Bears have been looking hot, but the Vikings still, I think, have the better defense between the two. I am going off on a limb and taking the home team in the Vikings, just based purely off of we don't know which team is going to show up, and I'm rolling the dice that the better Minnesota Vikings show up at home. The defense hopefully does something to at least hold the Chicago Bears to less than 20 points, and the Minnesota offense has been okay enough at putting up 20 points. And if that's what it comes down to, it's going to be a really ugly, like 23-17 game.
Mm-hmm.
This is another tough game to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Divisional matchup, NFC North. Yeah, vibes. I think I got Vikings.
Vikings for the vibes.
Yeah,
JJ McCarthy?
I rolled the dice the other way. I picked the Bears for this one.
Oh, that's all right. I guess as a podcast, we're going Vikings, so hey, fingers crossed. I'm wishing you the best on your personal picks.
I just really think that the Bears will have a better chance of winning this just because they've been on such a hot streak recently.
And that's what it is, too. It's like if you've been playing good recently, you're probably going to continue to play better. It's like the Packers might play 5-3-1, but they lost their 2 games in horrible fashion, and so that's why we don't have confidence in them.
Yeah, exactly. And the Vikings, they were very dominant against the Lions 2 weeks ago at this point. But against the Ravens, they were they fell flat. Like they played okay, but they weren't the best. So if it is that dominant game, that dominant team that played against the Lions 2 weeks ago, then obviously yes, the Vikings will probably win that one against the Bears. But I think just because the Bears have been on a hot streak and they've been a lot more consistent, I'm picking the Bears personally. So
the only other thing in the back of my mind is the last time these two teams played earlier this season, it was in Chicago. Minnesota still won, and that was also with JJ McCarthy as quarterback. So it's essentially the same team. Like no change in quarterback, wide receivers, or running backs. It's the same team playing again, but this time with Minnesota having home field advantage. So it's like I think they have the advantage there. But this is going to be a very 50-50 game. This is like
this one will be very, very fun to watch.
They play 100 times. Each of them wins 50 of those times.
Agreed.
All right, then we've got the other America's game of the week. Where the Green Bay Packers go in and take on the New York Giants, who are now without Scatterboo, are now without Malik Neighbors, and now without Jackson Dart. So I hear that the Giants are starting back up, probably going to start Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Jackson Dart is questionable. It's weird. In his short NFL career, he's been diagnosed with a concussion evaluated for a concussion 4 times already.
He's
That's
doing
wild.
the Tua.
He's doing the
speed running Tua.
I mean, that's why Dart and Scatterboo go well together. They both play until they get concussed over and over again.
Wait, this also was something that happened last night. Did you guys see that Cam Scatterboo was live streaming on Twitch?
I saw that.
He was playing World of Warcraft. You had like 800
best shout out the podcast.
And here's the thing, he's partnered, so it's not like it's just something he does once in a while. Apparently he's like streamed enough to like get partnership. He just regularly streams on Twitch.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Nursing a torn ACL, I guess that's all you can do, right?
You got plenty of time, that's for sure.
Yep. Honestly, for this one, just because Jackson Dart isn't started and Russell Wilson will most likely start, and Russell Wilson hasn't looked that great since he's been on the Giants. I picked the Packers for this one, despite
I need the Packers to win. I'm choosing the Packers. Please, we need a get right game. Please.
Yeah, despite the Packers' woes, I really think that they're gonna
kick. Throw it deep to Watson.
Yeah, despite the woes, I really think the Packers will probably get this one just because of the way that the Giants are going to have their O-line set up. Without Scatterboo, without Neighbors, without
to
Dart.
Make less mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a Russell Wilson resurgence, isn't it? It's going to be. Doesn't it feel like it?
Guys, put all your money on the Giants to win. Giants money line. Oh my goodness.
For the record,
don't listen to us.
I picked the Packers, but Russell Wilson's gonna moonball back into the starting job.
This is another trap game for the Packers. Every game's a trap game for the Packers. All right, moving on. We got the Cincinnati Bengals going into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Remember, these two teams played a few weeks ago, and the Bengals won at home. So did the Steelers win at home this time?
It's gonna be another old quarterback matchup.
I will note.
I will note that this week both
it's a double AFC North matchup because the Ravens play against the Browns later, but we will get to that.
NFC
As for
West
this
as well.
game,
It's kind of interesting.
yeah. As for this game, I think Aaron Rodgers. What the fuck? No, I think Aaron
The thumbs
Rodgers
up.
will.
Oh.
Yeah, the thumbs up. Yeah, no, I think Aaron Rodgers pulls this one out. I think the Steelers have this one.
I also have the Steelers.
Unfortunately, I think the Steelers have this one.
The Steelers
So,
are gonna need
Last
a
time
get
this
right
team
game,
played,
and
you know, it was Joe Flacco outdueled Aaron Rodgers in a 33-31 when the Bengals were at home. Steelers don't look good. Bengals don't look good.
no, they
It's a
don't.
battle of the mid. I think the Bengals get the win here.
You think so?
Really?
Yeah, I've got Bengals.
Do I be spicy and choose the Bengals because I really want them to win?
You really want them to win?
I really want them to win. It'd be so funny.
It'd be great for the Aaron Rodgers hate watching.
I'm choosing
You know
Bengals.
what?
Let's go Bengals. Bengals.
I am convinced. I'm picking Bengals now.
Let's
I am
go.
convinced.
We're all going
My goat.
Bengals.
Joe Flacco, my goat. I love Joe Flacco.
The better unk.
The better Onk, yes.
All right, next
He's
It'd
game.
be
very
crazy if
good.
Joe Flacco beats Aaron Rodgers twice in
That
one
would be
season.
so funny.
Joe Flacco's really good at throw the ball to Jamar Chase play.
That's his
Yes.
favorite play.
That's the only thing he knows how to do.
And when
He-
it's not
he's just-
that, throw
he's
the
just
ball to T.
pretending-
Higgins.
T. Higgins. Yep.
He's just pretending that Jamar chases Ray Rice, and we're good. You know,
There
it's
you
like
go.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then we've got the LA Chargers going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Is anyone not choosing the Chargers?
Nope.
Nope.
I can't in good faith pick the Jaguars after they
Let's go, Justin Herbert.
After they gave it up against Davis Mills. You
Listen,
know?
the Jaguars won against the Chiefs, and that was great. And I think I picked them then, and then I smartly have not picked them since, and I don't think they've won since. So
They are 3-1 in the last 4 games. They got a win against the Raiders on the overtime blocked
oh yeah,
2-point conversion attempt in overtime.
that was like their one win. So 1-3 in the last 4, right?
Yeah, they
And they
barely held
almost
on.
didn't beat the Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah.
Well, so Chargers
Also,
it is.
Also, it's been confirmed that Travis Hunter
Is
he's
out.
done for the season.
Mhm.
Done for the season.
Getting
Really?
surgery, season-ending surgery.
That's
Yeah,
upsetting.
it repairs a isolated LCL injury in his right knee. It's a knee injury. He ain't coming back for the rest of the year.
Ugh,
Nope.
that's
See you
tough.
next year. See you next year,
Good
Travis.
luck, Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we've got probably actually the game of the week where the
Yes.
Seattle Seahawks are going into LA to take on the Rams.
Mm.
Two
It's crazy that
7-2
this-
teams for the head of the NFC West.
And
The
the
Rams
tiebreaker
are
in our
favored.
power ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rams are
they're at
favored, but
home,
probably
but
because-
it's not whenever
Home
the Rams
field
play at
advantage doesn't even
home-
mean anything. There's going to be more
Yeah, no.
You
Seattle
see
fans
last
there.
week when Pittsburgh came to LA, it
Mhm.
was a Pittsburgh crowd.
Mm-hmm. So this is definitely going to be a
Oh,
Seahawks crowd, but the Rams are just favored, I think, off of goodwill intentions. But it's pretty close to as 50-50 as it gets. I think this is a shootout, honestly. High scoring, a lot of yards, many touchdowns.
I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba has been one of the top 2 best offensive players this year.
He's
Him
on
and
my
Jonathan
fantasy.
Taylor. Him and Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a graph showing wide receiver effectiveness. How you have everyone slowly coming up through the graph. Everyone's kind of here in the middle, and then as you get up towards like the top of the graph where it's really good, like here are the good receivers, and here's Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Mm-hmm.
Way up here.
Yep.
Here,
Yep.
no one else.
I love those charts. Those are so fun to look at. Even still, though.
Hold on. I'm putting it. I'm gonna put that in our little chat.
Oh,
Show that on screen.
You actually got it. Oh, I love that.
Show that on
Look
screen.
at this. Puka Nacua is
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's like
crazy.
Jamar Chase and Puka Nacua are up there, and you're like, man, those are some good receivers. And then it's JSN, just way up here in a
Yep.
league of his own.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like total receiving yards, no one else has hit 900. He's past 1,000.
That's 1,000. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like that is insane.
And he's getting over 4.5 receiving yards per route. That's
Mhm.
unbelievable. Every time he runs
Crazy.
a route, he's basically getting 4.5.
Yep.
That's even if he doesn't touch the ball. Beyond wild.
Yep.
But one player doesn't make a team, and this is gonna be a close one, I think. So it's just flip a coin, I guess. I'm gonna go Rams. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna go Rams.
Whoever
I picked the Seahawks for this one.
And that's totally fine. It's this 50-50. It says 71-29. This is 50-50.
I need
You were
to
saying,
know.
Tom?
I need to know what that company that came in during the Rams preseason and worked on Matthew Stafford's back.
Right.
Whatever they did
Big
was a
question mark
godsend.
because of Matthew Stafford's back. They must be the same guy who worked on Micah Parsons' back, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
The fun fact about Matthew Stafford this past week, he's no longer a losing quarterback.
Yeah,
His career-
he was on
his
the
career
Lions
rec-
for so long with all
he
of those
lost so much.
losses that he
And now
finally
his
worked
career
his way
record-
up.
Yeah, his career record right now, 115 wins, 115 losses, and 1 tie.
One tie.
And I think he gets a winning record this week. I think the Rams
Ooh, going
find
Rams,
a way to
are
win
we?
the game. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good watch, though. I cannot wait to.
It will be a
genuinely
very good
that.
watch.
Like,
Absolutely.
my full attention goes on the Packers during the first slot, but then I think I'm just gonna focus on this one for that second slot. But then we've got the other NFC West teams who are, getting by. They're trying. We've got the 49ers going into the Arizona Cardinals. Gonna see who wins that one. Who do we think? I can't English.
I mean, it's so hard not to pick against the Cardinals.
I know.
Yep.
They finally didn't lose a 1-score game. They lost a 3-score game.
They lost by 22.
Isn't this the same Cardinals that beat the Bills?
No, they
Or was
beat
that
the
the
Cowboys.
Falcons? They beat the Cowboys. Okay.
The Falcons did beat the Bills.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so the Bills,
I
Bills
saw the
losses are
49ers
like the Falcons, the
this one.
Patriots, and the Dolphins. Like, such weird teams.
Okay.
All who have losing records, I think.
So it's
Except for the
pretty
Patriots. But yeah, that's interesting.
It's so. I think Mac Jones is still expected to play again.
Mm-hmm. And they've been
Is
good.
Brock Purdy still hurt?
Honestly,
Yes.
even if he wasn't, I think they still want to play Mac Jones.
That's fair.
Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the Niners, said that Purdy will continue to, quote, increase his activity levels this week. Doesn't say if he's going to play or not.
Well, I'm still picking the Niners. We all picking the Niners?
Yep. I picked the Niners.
Yeah, even with Jacoby Brissett in.
Mm-hmm. Even at
Nice.
home? Yeah, the
I
Niners are
think
just the better team.
the Niners, this is a game that the Niners find a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then after that, we've got the other America's Game of the Week, the one that Noah's going to be locked into, which I'll also be locked into because I want to see the Ravens absolutely pummel the Browns. But the Baltimore Ravens going into Cleveland to take on the Browns. Who we got, and why is it the Baltimore Ravens?
We punt.
We punt. We punt too.
Oh, okay.
I picked the Ravens.
I picked the Ravens.
41-17 in the first matchup. I'm probably kind of expecting something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yep.
The Browns just lost to the Jets.
True.
Yes.
That is very true.
That is true.
You were so accurate.
Their momentum
King.
is shot.
Yeah.
Then we actually have our 5th game during that middle of the day lineup. This is actually the most games we've had during that middle of the day section, I think, all year. So we've got the Kansas City Chiefs going into Denver to take on the Broncos. The Broncos are at home. They have the better record, but the Chiefs are favored coming off of a bye week.
Coming off a bye week. That's so.
That's tough.
That's
I
tough,
know.
especially because Broncos have not been looking great.
That's
the
what
last
I'm
couple
saying.
of
The
weeks.
Broncos, I hate to say it, they're 8-2. They found ways to win games, but they are kind of the most fraudulent 8-2 in the league right now.
I mean, they have won 7 straight games.
I do think the Chiefs come in and win this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos win, and I'll be cheering for the Broncos, but I'm picking the Chiefs.
Noah, I know
this one is no. I'm not kidding. No, I actually didn't pick the Broncos because of my morals. I generally think they're gonna somehow outperform the Chiefs.
And I do like that.
I
If you
genuinely
remember,
think that.
the last time that these two, I think it was it last year where it was
The
in
first
Denver.
meeting was a blocked field goal.
Yeah, the blocked field goal where the Broncos were on their way to winning that game. They did outplay the Chiefs. It just came down to a blocked field goal, but the Broncos should have won that game. So it's
Yeah.
like they do have the ability to outplay the Chiefs.
I mean, and they did eventually beat the Chiefs last year in the last week of the season.
Yeah, but that
And
doesn't
Chiefs,
count.
As
Yeah,
the
but that
Chiefs
doesn't
were
count.
resting the starters. So,
Yeah,
um,
that didn't count. That didn't count. This is a legitimate test because all their starters are playing on the Chiefs. So
yeah.
I just genuinely think the Broncos could find a way to outplay the Chiefs.
All right, Tom,
Because
it's all on you.
Man, the Chiefs are healthy. Like the only person really on any injury is Pacheco, who's questionable.
But they don't even run the ball anyway.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is always the one running it. You know that.
Patrick Mahomes will
I
not
don't
be able
know,
to breathe in
look,
Denver.
I think Patrick Mahomes gets a win.
All right, we'll go with the
I think
Kansas
Patrick
City
Mahomes,
Chiefs,
yeah.
but we're pulling for the Broncos.
This one's my dark horse, my vibes pick.
Your vibes pick the Broncos. I do like that.
Yeah,
we need more
my
people
vibes
picking
pick
the
is the
Broncos.
Broncos.
I like that pick. All right, then we've got the Sunday night game where they give the Eagles another primetime game. Actually, didn't the Eagles have like 5 out of the 6 next primetime games or something like that? Or
I think so.
like they had last week, this week they like have a week off and then they play like 3 more primetime games.
I think so.
So Monday. So Packers Monday night, Lions Sunday night.
Oh no, they have like afternoon games. They're just not in the morning.
Cowboys
slot.
is a next week. Out Cowboys is an afternoon game.
Mm-hmm.
Bears on.
Oh yeah, the
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Monday night against the Chargers.
Jeez.
And then yeah. So 1, 2, Cowboys in the middle. So
Stop
4 or
putting
5.
the Eagles on prime time, please.
4
I'm so
or
tired
5.
of them.
Hey, defending Super Bowl champions, Aaron. You know.
But you know what? They do look weirdly inconsistent, and there's a lot of games that they've played they probably should have lost. Last night being one of them. So for me, I think the Lions come in and get the upset. I do. I really do. Everyone's talking up the Lions, how good they can be. They did just put a pummeling on the Commanders. And I think that they're able to do the same thing to the Eagles. Because if their defense can even do a sliver of what the Packers' defense does, and if their offense does what their offense is supposed to do, they win this by double digits.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it is in Philadelphia.
Noah, what are your thoughts? You stick with the Bird team?
I did.
He went Birds.
Ooh.
All right, it comes down to Tom again.
Eagles.
Dan Campbell took over offensive play calling this last week, and the
And it worked
Lions
out.
offense looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles put up 10 points. I'm going Lions.
All right, Lions it is. That'll be a good game.
And
though.
then finally,
For some reason, when you said that, I was thinking Dan Quinn's taking up defense. I'm like, that's wrong. I'm like, no, that's the Commanders.
that's the Commanders head coach, yeah.
Yeah. That's Dan. I didn't realize Dan Campbell did pick up offense. Okay, I must have misread that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got the silly Monday night game of the week where the Dallas Cowboys go into Las Vegas to play the Raiders.
This one's gonna be
And
icky.
it flexed out.
The
Can we
crowd
flex
goes
this out?
wild.
Can we flex this out and put Chiefs Broncos in Monday night?
Can we flex this to Comedy Central?
Put it on Netflix.
This is a game. I mean, we have to pick a winner. I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I think they're a better team than the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy picking the Cowboys, but that's just.
I'm not happy with it either, but I also picked the Cowboys, so
Me neither, but it's Cowboys it is.
we'll cheer for the Raiders, but we're picking the Cowboys.
Let's
And-
go, Geno Smith.
Yay! Those are our picks for the week. If you want to have a very hearty, what is it, like 6-6 for the week. Yeah, pick the ones we did. Otherwise don't. Yeah, super high scoring game, 78 points in the Cowboys versus Raiders. Good tiebreaker. Thoughts?
Ew.
Ew.
Just ew all over the place.
I know, but hey, we had to choose somebody. So,
Yep, absolutely.
All right, good picks, boys. Good picks.
Love the picks.
All right, Tom, I believe you have a fun game for us to partake in tonight.
Okay, we got something. All right, so a favorite childhood game on long car rides was Mad Libs. Right?
I love
Everyone
Mad
likes
Libs.
Mad Libs. There's a prompt. We ask for silly words, and we see what story we create. So I found this very legitimate, not sketchy website at all called realkid.net.
Realkid.net?
Real Kid?
Oh, excuse me, redkid.net. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Just don't look it up. It's okay. And so it's the only one I found. And so I'm going to be asking you for words and such under the football broadcast section. And we'll go through one or two of these just to see, all right? And we'll go back and forth, right?
All right, yeah. Noah, you want to go first?
Noah, I need an adjective from you.
What's an adjective?
What do you what's an adjective?
You know what an adjective is, right?
You're looking up adjectives and you don't know what an adjective is?
It's a describing word.
Right?
So
yeah.
large, yellow,
An
boisterous.
adjective describes something or someone. Lumpy, soft, ugly, messy, and short are adjectives.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
a good one, yep.
Aaron, I need an adjective from you.
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy. Perfect. All right, Noah, I need a male celebrity from you.
You think I know celebrities?
It could be literally anyone.
It could be a streamer. It could be a YouTuber.
Real fake, imaginary.
The name of
Chris
a dude.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
That's a good one.
It's a me, Mario. I need a male celebrity number 2.
Oh, from me.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Kai Cenat.
All right.
Ooh.
Good
Who?
old,
Who is
good old
that?
stream- good old
One of the
streamer,
biggest
Kai
streamers
Cenat.
on Twitch, Kai Cenat.
Mhm.
Does the Mafia-thon? He's looking him up.
He's got to look it up.
Kai, K-I-A, or
He muted
K-A-I.
himself.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, Noah, I need a male celebrity number 3. Real, fake, anyone. Could be Bilbo Baggins for all I know.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
Yeah! Good pick. Good pick.
Ramsay. All right, Aaron, I need a noun.
Dog.
Dog. Perfect. Noah,
That is a person, place, or thing.
It is.
Noah, I need noun number 2.
Boat.
Boat.
I love how simplistic we're going with this.
Aaron, I need noun number 3.
Nacho Belgrande from Taco Bell.
Nacho and what was it?
Nacho Belgrande. You could just put
Bel
Nacho.
Bel Grande. Very good. Noah, I need noun number 4.
Flash drive.
Flash drive.
You
I
just
bet there's
look at
one
a
sitting
flash
on your
drive
desk
near
that you
you.
looked at.
Yeah, right?
I need a number.
67.
I'm not picking that one. Pick a different one.
No.
3. Number 3, my lord.
Number 3. Number 3. All right, Noah, I need part of the body.
Whoa.
Part of the body.
That's what it says. Remember, Noah, this is
The elbow.
the weenus.
I love how
The
he
weenus,
pointed.
yes.
In case you don't know what an elbow is, guys. Visual representation here.
All right, Aaron, plural animal.
An animal?
Plural animal.
Plural animal.
Like bears, panthers. I assume this is probably the team name.
Oh, ooh.
But an animal.
An animal. Seahorses.
The seahorses.
From
Noah.
Portland. No.
From Portland,
same thing.
Oregon. No, I need a plural noun.
Oral noun.
Yep, multiple of a thing or a place.
Flash drives.
Journals.
Journals. All right. And last thing I need, Aaron, I need a verb ending in ing.
Sacrificing.
Sacrificing.
That's a good one.
All right.
You boys ready?
Oh, as ready as I'll ever be.
Oh God.
All right. What is this? Under football broadcasting, here we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your favorite sportcaster bringing you the big football game between the Columbia University Seahorses and the West Point Journals.
Yo, that would be from West Point, wouldn't it?
The center has just snapped the dog back to the Columbia Star halfback, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's got the dog.
He's running around his own left boat.
There's a boat on the field.
Man, he's tackled hard around the elbow.
That's a crazy tackle.
That's a crazy tackle, bro.
Oh. Pretty sure that's what happened to Jaden Daniels a couple weeks ago, isn't it?
Yeah, tackled by the elbow, and it's like over here now. Oh God! Yeah. Did Chris Pratt lose his elbow? Now it's West Point's ball and 3 to go. They're coming out of the huddle. The ball is snapped back to Kai Cenat, who fades back and throws a long, crazy pass caught by Gordon Ramsay.
Yo!
Let's go! Let's go!
Who is West Point's unhealthy quarterback?
Because it fits so well.
He's in the clear, and he races over the Nacho Belgrande for a touchdown.
Over the Nacho Belgrande.
No, wait. The referee is calling the play back to the 35 flash drive line. He is going to penalize West Point for sacrificing. End scene.
That's it.
Man,
So
illegal sacrifice on the field.
15 personal foul.
Personal foul.
Sacrificing. 15-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Do you have the text for that? Can you paste the text so we can?
Yeah. I'll take a screenshot.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's amazing. I bet just looking at this, I bet if we did it again, it's probably the same thing, just different answers. That's good. That was good.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. I love that.
Look at that.
That is awesome.
I love the long, crazy pass caught by Gordon Ramsay. Ramsay, who is the unhealthy quarterback. The unhealthy quarterback caught the ball.
That's crazy. Whoever wrote this doesn't know like what a quarter. Unless it was a Philly special? Gordon Ramsay runs out, catches it.
It must be.
Kai Cenat was actually running the Wildcat. The running back.
That's amazing. Oh man, that's so great.
So is that the only one? That. Like if you click it again, it's like nope, just that one.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, we can go again.
Nah, it's all right. But that's funny. Thank you for sharing.
Really good.
It's already been an hour and a half anyway, so.
Oh,
there you go.
It's okay. We have fun here, and I always enjoy hanging out with the guys. It's one of the highlights of my week. That and sleeping.
Because our football teams aren't.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
I mean, I've watched the Packers lose twice in the past 2 weeks, and it's broken my heart. So, All I want
And
for
over
Christmas is
here,
a Packers
Mr.
win.
Bubbles over here. Mr. Bubbles with his team winning now.
Yay! Yay!
Remember, kids, blow bubbles, not cigarettes.
True. Wait. Sorry. What?
Wait.
Do you
should
blow a cigarette?
No,
Have you tried?
know what?
The dude named Bubbles, like Cobra Bubbles.
Is that what SpongeBob meant by blowing bubbles?
Huh?
Oh no.
Anyway, we should end this before it gets too bad. I'm sorry. We got to end the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Indiana Jones, go Pack go. The Panthers are tragic, but the Ravens are winning. So this has been Three Sad Fans. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like. Let us know what your predictions are down below, and let us know if you would like to blow some bubbles. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.